YouTube, Salivate Metal here. Silver Fortune posted a video called The Mother of All Bubbles. Well, I'm taking a slightly different take on that subject, and I see economic factors and conditions more as balloons than bubbles, because balloons have a bit more strength. But like bubbles, they are sort of light and sort of in the air, so to speak, floating around as such, even if gravity does tend to pull them down at times. But what you see before you is what I think is the largest bubble, and later in the video I'll describe the mother thereof of this large bubble or balloon. And that is the fiat currency, the dollar. And the reason is that I chose the dollar as the largest bubble is because it is tied to pretty much everything and all the other factors that many describe that are in bubbles or balloons, and that is derivatives, bonds, and other things that are involved. The dollar is involved in all of that stuff, and other currencies as well, obviously. But we'll use the dollar since it's probably the largest world reserve currency at the moment. But I believe those are balloons. And notice that it's light. It can kind of float in the air. But eventually what happens in time is it rises at times, but in other times it can fall. And when it falls, sometimes it can fall hard. And it can fall all the way to the bottom. And that might scare some people or other factors when it goes down, but it's still intact. The balloon is still intact there. And, but, you know, and it may roll around a little bit sideways. Things, different factors, it can be manipulated and the like by the Federal Reserve and what have you. But psychology plays a huge part. And psychology is the mother of all balloons or the mother of all bubbles. And no matter what is involved, psychology is involved in everything from politics to geopolitical events to decisions made by people high up that can have effects on the market and the like. So psychology is the mother of all balloons or bubbles, and there's always a threat. And the more you stretch that balloon out, the weaker it gets. And that's the problem with the money supply these days. We've printed so much money, digitized so much money. It's hard to tell what will happen and what kind of threats may come to it, because some of those threats have claws and can pierce that bubble or that balloon, especially when it gets larger. The smaller the balloon is, the more strength that those walls have, the less likelihood that a claw could pierce. But with the external threats and factors that come into play, there's always a predator out there. But what doesn't float? What isn't in a balloon? What isn't in a bubble? Precious metals. That's right, gold and silver. And no matter what threats come by, whether they have claws or not, they're not going to affect these precious metals. Yes, their prices may fluctuate up and down and all around, but gold will always be gold, silver will always be silver, and they will maintain their value no matter what the price is. And so that's the beautiful thing about these precious metals. It's just one reason why I like to accumulate them, because they are protected. They don't need electricity. They can be stretched, sure. They can be manipulated and stretched out to very thin sheets, especially gold. But they will always retain its value. It can always be reconstituted as such into the forms that we come to know and love in bars, coins, and rounds. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to y'all for watching and encourage you to please rate, comment, and subscribe.